The following 16 photos take another look at the Apostle Islands region, taking black and white photos into an enhanced black and white into color photos. I think that there are several in this series that are spectacular, especially the last one. I will continue to use my 15, 20, and 30-second rule, 15 for the original, 20 for the enhanced, and 30 for the colored. A few of these photos in their original form are particularly good. For example, this first one looking at the hewlings from the Anderson stock. It is a very fine photo, and the enhancement doesn't do that much, but there are others that change considerably. Also, remember that facial expressions sometimes change when you use AI. In some of the photos, the subjects are too small to really enhance to any degree. In this case, it is a long shot looking at the north side of East Bay with the Egerson coming into Johnson's dock, towing a load of logs in the skiff. It makes for a nice photo, but enhancement doesn't help that much. The few photos we have taken inside a building are particularly interesting because of all of the details that are in the photos. This one is of the Chickering piano at the Lawfield place on Sand Island in East Bay. You will note the pendants on the wall cannot be read, so the color photo is not accurate in that respect. Many photos have interesting things going on in the foreground. In this case, Fred and Paul Hansen unloading their herring catch back in the early 1900s also show buildings and other structures in the background that might be of interest. This is another one of those old photos that I believe colors very well. It is taken at Little Sand Bay, probably in the 1950s or maybe even the 60s, of Herman Johnson's nets being dried, with kids playing in the background, and I believe it is the Bloom House in the far background. Herring was picked in a big way in Bayfield. There must have been 50 boats that went out during herring season. This particular picture shows one of the herring sheds, and I believe some of the men in this photo are Bobby Nelson's relatives. Over the years, Mrs. Anderson got me involved in various projects that were both useful and interesting. In this particular photo, we are down on the lakeshore dyeing rugs. In the background is Mr. Anderson, and just the shoulder of Doug Yench peeks out on the right. My sister Sharon took this photo. This is another favorite of mine. It is of, I believe, Roger and Mabel Dahl Lawfield relaxing on their porch. This is the porch on the same house that the piano picture was shown earlier. This photo shows children waiting on the back of the boat to go on a 4th of July picnic at one of the beaches around. This was one of the hardest photos I had for AI to get correct. It kept changing the faces of the children in the back and the flag in front of the boat, which actually has LG on it for Lady Grace, At one time, AI changed it to the Nazi flag. Because this photo is so interesting, over the years I have tried to clean it up but failed. However, as you will see, AI did a very credible job of showing Fred Hansen and friend riding horses over near the lighthouse, probably in the 19 teens or maybe early 20s. Over the years, I thought this nice old photo of the Apostle Islands tug was taken at Johnson's Dock on Sand Island. However, if AI is correct in the final colored photo, you will see things in the background that make it look more like it was in Bayfield. This is just a nice, pleasant photo taken over at Anderson's on Shaw Point. This photo is just west of their dock. You can see peeking through the pine trees, the lodge, and also cabin number 2, and to the far left, a little bit of Fred and Kitty's cabin. This is one of my favorite Beth Madsen Sundahl photos taken in the 1950s. It shows Carl Odahl's son, rowing the old green skiff. You can see in the background some of the Moe's property. It was very typical of what went on when we were kids. This next photo is taken on Sand Island of the old schoolhouse, probably before 1920. This was a July 4th celebration and featured virtually everyone who lived in East Bay. This next to the last black and white photograph to be converted to color was taken at Shaw Point from up by the lodge at Anderson's. It is a very peaceful and pleasant picture. This is my favorite picture conversion in the whole bunch. It is a well-known photograph that is seen in lots of literature up in the Bayfield, Wisconsin area and around the Apostle Islands. It was taken at Moe's Dock, looking toward the water, probably in the early 1920s, maybe even before that. The boat from the Camp Stella is in the background, and the boat is also called the Stella. This AI colorized version is almost like an impressionist painting. It could be printed and hung on the wall at any museum.